Welcome back to your favorite podcast, A Couple of Pints Pod.
Yes, we're back.
Once again, I think we should start out by plugging the Patreon because it's slowly growing. We're looking for some patrons, dude, but we got some not suitable for work or YouTube videos up there talking about some wild shit.
Some very funny stuff. Too.
That's going to be updated the same time as all the rest of our shit. So Wednesdays at 5, you could find unedited, unscripted, off the fucking wall episodes that I have not cut down, and it's going to be fun. And it's only $1.
It's $1.
Was that a good ad? Was that a good ad read?
It was. Oh, how?
This is like,
could you not want
this
it?
is like me auditioning for when we have ad reads. Like some company will see this and be like, "Oh shit."
Oh wow. No curse words, solid flow. That kid has a good pitch.
I definitely cursed.
Did you?
I don't know.
If you did, my mind grazed right over.
Play it back. No, I'm kidding. I'm not going to edit me doing this. All right, whatever, you get it.
You get the big picture.
That being said, this episode is going to be interesting.
Yeah.
Also, sorry we're on Zoom again. Colin's car broke this time.
Fucking cars.
Dude, cars suck. I was driving to the gym today and my car was working fine, but I was driving to the gym to get my fucking lifts on, dude.
Yeah, look at beefy.
Look at my gross little fat little arms. Anyway, okay. Liv said don't talk about yourself like that. But we were driving to the gym today because today was the lift 45, which means no treadmill. So I was excited about that.
Ooh.
But just like I was thinking to myself while I was driving, like, yo, fuck my car, dude. I'm so done with my fucking car, bro. If it's not broken, I'm getting a ticket. And if I'm not getting a ticket, I walk out and like my headlight is broken. And if that doesn't happen, I'm just like, gas prices, you know? How about those airline peanuts?
Texas Roadhouse. Eat your peanuts and throw them right on the floor. Peanut allergy? We don't give a shit.
So yeah, fuck a car, especially the issue you have, bro. Because like in New York, it's illegal to not have one of those, so you have to get it. Collins, what'd you say? Catalytic converter, your muffler or some shit?
My quantum carburetor.
Isn't that the same? Isn't a muffler and a catalytic converter the same thing? I'm pretty sure the catalytic converter is the filter within the muffler. I'm an auto mechanic. It's okay.
It's no big deal. But yeah, the connection piece.
Basically, Colin hit a speed bump in his Honda CRV Racer too hard and just broke the entire exhaust system. So that's why
right. The 962-pound Chevrolet.
And also shout out. Also, shout out my dank GF for getting a new job. So tonight was celebration date night. So we're zooming it up, dude. Fuck y'all if you don't like Zoom, dude.
How could you hate Zoom?
Watch YouTube strike me for doing that.
Oh my God. We didn't even say it about you this time, YouTube.
And if they do, catch it on the Patreon.
Patreon. $1.
Dude, someone at work started asking me. It's so fucking annoying. Every time I see them, they're like, "Where's your giant peach?" And I'm like, "I've been working with you since August. How is this just coming up now?"
What?
And it's always at like 5 o'clock in the morning. So I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? And then like 3 hours later, I'll be like, oh, Raw Doll. Ha 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 ha. It's just like the worst joke of all time, you know?
Ha. Ha. I laugh.
What are you doing?
You have to come and say something very important.
About what? Okay.
It's gonna take 2 seconds.
Well, what is it about?
We've been dating a year and a half, and I just realized that I could make James the giant peach jokes.
Oh.
But I'm on a tangent about how much they're stupid.
I don't know why this never occurred to me.
Really?
I don't associate with you with like a pale Victorian sickly ginger.
Look at me! Look at me!
What are you talking about? I am looking at you. You
I look like a
fucking
pale
hunk of
Victorian,
meat.
sickly fucking brunette.
Yeah, but that's only because like you and like every other person on this earth sees themselves in this like critical light. You're a hunk ball of fucking.
Okay,
man
please
meat.
don't make peach. It's not like I wish either
I'm
of
not
you.
gonna make
I
one,
wish
it just
either of
wasn't
you.
good.
If either of you had like a generic biblical name that I can make god awful jokes about, and all the time I was just like, "Hey, what'd you do with your fucking apple seed, Johnny?" Like that's so annoying, dude. And I'm like half dead, and it's like, "Where's your giant peach?" And then on Friday, I was like, "I left it at home," and they thought it was the funniest fucking thing on the planet. And I was just like, "I can't wait for this to be over."
The only one I know is like Olivia the Pig. The children's book.
Olivia the Pig?
Charlotte's Web?
A Shakespeare character.
Charlotte's Web?
No.
What's Olivia the Pig from?
It's from the book Olivia the Pig.
Oh, wait, is the pig in Charlotte's Web named Charlotte?
Oh, Charlotte.
Or is that the spider?
I don't know.
I'm gonna look it up. I'll find out.
Okay.
No, I got stuff to do.
Well, we're thoroughly derailed. Welcome back to the Patreon.
Oh my god.
So anyway, yeah, that fucking I don't even know where that story was going before Olivia was like, I can make James and John Peach jokes.
Why can't
And if she does, I'll update y'all next week. But
I feel like we should remember the Charlotte Web book.
I never read it. My sister was obsessed with it. And I never saw the movie because at the time my sister was obsessed with it. And I was like, fuck you in this shitty movie. Even though I was like 8.
Is Charlotte, I mean, Charlotte does kind of sound like a pig name.
Well, I thought the whole point was like the pig is friends with the spider. So it was like Charlotte. I don't fucking know. Anyway, should we talk about, we're 10 minutes in. Should we talk about what the fuck we're talking about? Because it's pretty wild. But also fucking just as stupid. That's where I was going with it. It's pretty wild, but just as fucking stupid as James and the Giant Peach jokes at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Okay. There we go. We're back. Full circle.
Not full circle. That wasn't the whatever. What are we talking about?
Havana Syndrome.
What is it? Should I read it?
It's weird.
What are you reading off of? I thought you were on a website.
I'm on WebMD.
Oh, you're on your phone. I have it pulled up on my computer. I was like, dude, what are you doing?
I'm right on WebMD.
Okay, so you go and then I'll fix whatever you say.
Okay, so I'm not gonna read.
I'm on Wall Street Journal.
Okay, so
which doesn't say you're gonna die a horrid death if you have a headache. Anyway, continue.
Yeah, I mean, in this article, and of course, WebMD, everyone knows. It's fucking bullshit. This says
like my belly hurts as a woman, and they're like, "You have prostate cancer. You're gonna die.
You will die." What is it? A stabbing noise, pain, nausea, and dizziness.
Okay, you jump straight to the symptoms. You have to read the description.
This doesn't give a description. What it only gives the back of the web to you.
WebMD, more like web suck my D. Let me read you what this shit is.
Yeah, WebMD. What the shit?
Havana Syndrome is an alleged keyword in this entire fucking episode is an alleged set of medical symptoms with unknown causes, another keyword, experienced mostly by U.S. government officials and military personnel. The symptoms range in severity from...
Oh, now you want me to chime back in?
Well, you were reading the symptoms. In severity from...
way down.
In severity ranging from...
stabbing noises, pain, nausea, and dizziness.
Ringing in the ears and cognitive difficulties, and were first reported in 2016 by U.S. and Canadian embassy staff in Havana, Cuba. Beginning in 2017, more people, including U.S. intelligence and military personnel and their families, reported having these symptoms in other places, such as China, New Delhi, Europe, Washington, D.C. That's the end of those places. The cause and validity of the illness has yet to be determined. So, that being said, fuck y'all and your fake shitty government illness.
Whoa. I just stumbled upon a bit of the article that goes brain scans of the employees compared with healthy individuals showed some difference, but with pre-injury tests, doctors were sure what, if any, effects these variances in the amount of gray and white matter in the brain tissue structure and connectivity could be having.
All right, you lost me. All the research I've done,
Whoa.
and like I've looked into this before this podcast even existed, because like I said, it started in 2016. It really blew up in 2017, the height of my Twitter career before I got canceled. It's just insane because it's like you said before we started, like 130 people who are all related to the US government have said like, oh, we have these symptoms, and we'll get into why they think they have them in a second. But the most ridiculous part is the United States Department of State, the DOS, is like covering like all aspects of like health within the United States. Is like, nope, 100% real. They're fucking right. This is fucking crazy. And it's like, it makes it a conspiracy, because it's like, why do they have so much back? Why do these 130 officials have so much backing from the government for this bullshit made up fucking syndrome that like and almost everyone that has reported out of the 130 has like done some wild shit. And then they're like, no, I have Savannah syndrome. Like they'll fucking like hold up a convenience store after they get dishonorably discharged. And then the government's like, nope, they have fucking Havana syndrome, dude.
My brain. Havana syndrome.
Anyway,
Yeah.
because this shit is wild. So a bunch of US officials spew some bullshit, and then they think, or the government has theories regarding the cause of this. And so we'll dive into that. Since the first reported case, various scientific studies and reports have attempted to theorize a potential cause for the symptoms reported in association with Havana syndrome. Study methods have included neuroimaging and blood markers taken from patients, blah, blah, blah. So they think, most of these people think it's from like electromagnetic like poisoning that they got while either in Havana, because most of them reported it after being stationed there, or wherever they were. They're like, we're getting fucking EMP'd by foreign governments, dude.
Yeah, now.
Then some people say it's the crickets in Havana are like birds in the US, like they're not real and they're there to poison US officials because Cuba hates us.
Out of here.
Which makes sense, you know. Cuba doesn't have a reason.
Cold War never ended.
And it's all this shit's in Cuba. Then it gets a little more. This was in 2019. 23 diplomats exposed to pesticides or infectious agents reported the symptoms that we listed earlier. So like maybe, but also that's not a syndrome. Like you probably have to call poison control and like flush your system.
Probably ingested a large amount of whatever pesticide you were around.
Like that's just straight up poisonous toxic chemicals entering your body. Bless you. Entering your body. Like that'd be like if I huffed like a can of fucking, bless you, I think. That'd be like if I huffed, bless you. That'd be like if I huffed like a can of spray paint to the dome and then I was like, I have Havana syndrome.
Oh my God. Sneeze attack. There's more coming.
Wow, that sucks.
Oh my shitballs.
So then the last origin is the FBI Behavioral Analysis Unit visited the city and came to the assessment that the individuals were suffering from a mass psychogenic illness.
Psychogenic?
I was about to say, what is a psychogenic illness? And then click a link and there it doesn't say.
Thanks, Link.
Fuck, that was supposed to be so dramatic with the last one. Let's see. Reviewed patient histories completed by the victim's neuropsychologists and other physicians who already ruled out mass psychogenic illness, while noting that many of the victims didn't know about the other people who were sick and their bodies couldn't have feigned some of the symptoms they were exhibiting. So what is psychogenic mean?
Yeah.
Hold on.
All
Is
right.
that just like having a psychological origin or cause rather than a physical? That also doesn't answer this one. In medical terms, caused by the mind or emotions. So just like a mass, like a bunch of people who were all within proximity of each other convinced themselves they were sick. That could make sense because it's all a bunch of government officials within, the same building.
Yeah.
But also just like, hey, U.S. government, hey, U.S. government, stop being so dramatic. Don't be so dramatic. This shit annoys me because it's 130 U.S. officials who are primarily stationed in the same place. All did some whack shit. They got in trouble. All of them basically pleaded insanity. And then eventually the U.S. government was like, oh, it's called this. And here's a bunch of bullshit fucking reasons you can get it.
This is crazy.
Am I making sense? I feel like I'm just saying the same thing over and over again. But since the day I heard about this, before I met you, before you got me into this mindset of everything's a fucking conspiracy, but let's talk it out. This is bullshit.
Yeah.
I can't even believe that people believe this. Like, oh no, Havana Syndrome, dude, wild. They were talking about it on a Son of a Boy Dad, I think last week.
If it's causing it, it's got to be, like you said, the cricket, or it's got to be an EMP. But what's launching it? How is it happening?
Whoa. Don't take their side. No, that's bullshit, dude.
I know, but so I'm not saying theirs. I'm not taking it. I'm saying, how would it happen? Explain it.
But also, like, yeah, first off, yes. Okay, I get what you're saying. Like, give us more explanation than this is what caused it. How did you get to this is what caused it?
Give us the points.
But also,
where are we going?
Why would this specific group of 130 no-name government individuals, ambassadors, more or less, in Cuba be targeted by this huge brain melting, mind wash, fucking crazy shit? Like, don't you think if they had whoever they is, whether it's Cuba or a foreign government or whatever, don't you think they would aim it at like DC where all of the important people are? Or like New York City where there's a shitload of different embassies from different countries with different people? Like, what's the point? What's the point in Havana, Cuba?
I wonder if it has to be used in smaller countries, because otherwise it'll get recognized and picked up instantly.
But in my head, it's like if you're stationed in Havana, Cuba now, 2020, whenever this started, 2019 or 2016.
Yeah.
Why are we still there? What the fuck does it matter? Like, to me, that it, in my head, knowing the government, it's like, hey, fucking O'Connor, you did a great job this year. We're going to send you to Cuba to hang out at the embassy. And he's like, oh, great, vacation.
Sweet.
Because what the fuck are we even doing there at this point? Who gives a shit? It's a vacation destination, I think.
I think it is nowadays.
So, like, let's say all these people are there, and then some agency of some sorts, like, let's fuck up all their brains and make them hear ringing noises.
Let's destroy them. Let's ruin their inside.
It's so fucking weird that this was even ever a thing.
I'm So why in the world do you think we need to create this out of the blue disease?
Well,
Do you think we're
it's a
creating
syndrome.
it
It's
for
a syndrome,
being
not a disease.
this syndrome? Do you think we're creating it because of we're getting raw dogged in Cuba, or do you think we're creating it and they're actually testing something on certain individuals who may know too much or may be in the wrong circle or wrong place?
I don't know. I'm getting almost like MK Ultra vibes. Like maybe they're doing like some weird shit to these people who are all in the same place. But it also, I kept reading while we were resetting the fucking meeting. Once again, fuck you, Zoom.
Idiots.
And a couple Canadians are involved in this too.
Ooh.
Beginning in late 2017, suspected attacking. That's a fucking typo. Suspected attacks targeting U.S. intelligence personnel were reported in an expanding set of locations around the world,
Uh-oh.
including, gonna skip the first one based off current events, but I can assume we can all assume where that's taking place.
I hope so.
Georgia, right near the place I'm not going to say, Poland, Taiwan, and Australia. Other reports came from Colombia, Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, and Austria, among other countries. The U.S. government has not released the number of affected persons yet, but media reporting indicated that a total of now 200 possible cases by the end of May 2021, rising to more than 200. Wait, what the fuck is good with this article?
You said this was on New York Times?
Wall Street Journal.
Wall Street Journal? They're letting us down right now.
Oh shit. No, I'm dyslexic as fuck. Bleep that. Indicated a total of 130 possible cases, which we said by the end of May 2021, rising to more than 200 possible cases by mid-September 2021. The cases.
Did you say possible cases?
Yeah. The cases mostly affected the CIA, U.S. military, and State Department personnel and their family members. Some reports after investigation were determined to possibly related. Yeah. And then BBC News reports that some of their MI6 agents have reported the same syndrome, and a couple Canadian special forces have said the same thing.
Are they
So at this point, I think it's like
the ultimate scapegoat syndrome?
I'm trying to think of the right word. It's like mass. It's not mass hysteria, but like it's like
not mass psychosis, right?
Well, we were talking about that earlier. I mean, that is the word for it, but there's a more common term for it that I can't remember. So fuck it.
Why?
I think
in
it's
the world.
I think it's just, I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. I mean,
It's got. I don't know. It's just happening to too many people who are in positions that
power.
yeah, it's high. It's a high stress position, but these symptoms. I mean, have they ever made the argument that it's stress related?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I mean, stress comes in a lot of different ways to a lot of different people. And once, let's say like 15, 20 of these people, the first original cases were like, let's say that, well, it did originate in Havana, right? So everyone in that embassy, the first guy is like super stupid, stressed out. And he's like, oh, my ears ring and I'm dizzy and whatever the other symptoms are. Then the guy he told that to ponders on that and they're stuck.
I kind of felt that.
Yeah. Oh,
yesterday.
wait, I feel that way too. It's like, it's like how let me take a beat so I could bleep it. It's like how shouts out Patreon. It's like how shouts out Patreon.
Haha.
It happened to me where it was like, I would have one symptom and I'm like, well, I got it. Game over. I'm dead later. So
Adios.
I'm assuming if you're on a small island with people who have similar, if not the same job as you, one guy was like, oh, I have these symptoms. I don't know what it is. Like, I don't know.
Feeling weird, man.
And the point I'm trying to make is at the end of the day, the first guy was probably just crazy stressed out. And like I said, stress comes in infinite forms and has different effects, or the effects of stress comes in infinite forms and does crazy shit to your body. So then this one guy made it 10 people, which made it 20 people, which made it 50 people, which made it 100 people, which made it 200 plus people. And you can imagine that all these different like agents from different governments who meet in different embassies
exactly
are
what
like
I was about to say.
Are like, oh, have you ever experienced this? And then
yes,
the other person's like, yeah, and my agency said that it's Havana Syndrome. Like, isn't that crazy?
Oh, I mean, whenever you feel it happen, and it's kind of like a satellite shooting a beam into your brain.
Yeah, it's like EMFs and microwaves, man.
Don't heat it. The crickets outside.
Don't heat up your lunch, bro.
That microwave in the break room. That's bad news.
It sounds like super stressed out people just contributing the sound they hear when they're falling asleep at night, pondering on all that stress and being like, well, that's a cause of it. Well, that's a cause of it. That I'm surprised air conditioning isn't one of the fucking causes of it.
Why?
I think we just cracked it. I think it's stressed out people making shit up.
Well, how can we let such... I mean, yeah, it's easy to buy into. It's easy to be like, holy shit, man. Holy crap. There's something going on. There's an electrical signal coming into that man's brain. That's not Jimmy. Jimmy doesn't act like that. Jimmy all of a sudden got nausea and collapsed. Jimmy doesn't collapse. Oh man, we're under attack.
But when you put Jimmy in charge of finding out government secrets of another powerful government, and he's based in Cuba and he's trying to do it out of office and trying to solve all these problems and getting shit on by his boss, then yeah, he's going to feel nauseous. He's not going to be able to sleep. His ears are going to ring because he's sleep deprived. Like, it's just it's like a snowball effect of of stress.
Yeah.
Okay, we solved it. Hey, see you guys next week.
Thanks. You're welcome, U.S. government. You're welcome, Cuba. You're welcome.
No, Cuba has nothing to do with it. It just originated in the U.S. embassy. No, the U.S. embassy in Cuba.
Well, yeah, so it's the U.S. embassy in Cuba. Maybe the U.S. is like, what the hell are the Cubans doing?
Well, that's what it was.
So yeah, that's why government. You're welcome, Cuba.
Because the government doesn't want to be like, oh, we work our people too hard. So they're like, well, where are they? And what are the factors they're dealing with? And it's like, well, the main one is you treating them like shit. And then the secondary ones are like, they're in a foreign country. It's probably hot as balls. They're uncomfortable. Their job is uncomfortable. They're overworked, underpaid, underrested.
Could be the 10-hour plane ride that you made them work. Not to mention when they landed, you made them work as soon as they got to the hotel. And they haven't stopped working in the past 13 hours.
Well, plus imagine doing that for 2 fucking years.
Straight.
10 years. Who knows?
Breaks.
Who knows how long a stint in the American embassy in Cuba is?
No breaks.
It's like, it's the same idea as the government being like, why do people who come out of prison reoffend? You're putting them in an environment that's not good for them and expecting it to be good, and it's not.
It's what was the definition of insanity? Doing something over and over and over again the same way, expecting
it to work. Yeah.
Yep. I mean,
dude. It's like my fucking job. My bosses are like, "Why are you tired?" I'm like, "Gee." Huh? Golly gee, I've worked 82 hours this week and slept about 12. I don't know why it's Friday and I can't keep my eyes open or stand up. Sorry.
I got home and I don't remember driving.
Dude, no, seriously.
Dude,
I don't want to say some of the experiences I've had driving
we're
home
being watched.
from a long day. No, I just don't want to publicize it because it could get a lot of people in trouble. But like, maybe I'll tell you when I hit end to record. But like, yeah, man,
Shit's no joke.
You put people through enough shit, and it's just like, what do you expect? Especially when you're conditioned growing up to be like, get 8 hours of sleep, have a healthy diet, work a 40-hour work week. Now I'm working 2 40-hour work weeks plus another half of a work week in 5 days. And then by the 5th day, everyone and their moms is like, why are you acting like this? It's like, I don't even know if this is a dream or not.
I got the crazies.
I've had dreams that I'm at work.
Oh, those are the worst.
But imagine already being there for 80 hours. And then I wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning and it's like, fuck. So then I show up to work already pissed off. Maybe I have Havana Syndrome, dude.
Dude, you have Havana Syndrome. Oh, wow. Look at us solving the case.
Then my
helping
ears
you
are
out.
ringing. I can't keep my eyes open. I'm wobbly. I'm nauseous. I feel like shit.
I'm wobbly every day in my slanted apartment.
Yeah, your apartment is very cockeyed.
I live in the crooked house.
That makes it sound creepy. It's a nice house. It's just
It's
very,
beautiful.
for some reason, it's very slanted.
Yeah, don't understand why.
But not in like a old studio 187 type of way where the floors were just like this. Like your house is just straight up like, nah, dude, good luck.
You got to walk like you're in the open ocean, sideways, leaning.
Like Colin lays in bed and then just immediately steamrolls Bree and ends up on the floor.
We have 2 mattresses, one on the bed, one off the bed. So when we
On the
roll,
slant side.
exactly, we don't face plant on the floor.
Hey, man. I mean, ingenuity at its finest. Thank God you guys don't have some made up syndrome
Oh my God.
where you're disoriented all the time.
Havana Syndrome
Bro, there's
causes you to roll off the bed.
chaos going on outside.
Havana Syndrome.
Anyway, we've been going for a bit.
Hey,
I have to rest before my Havana Syndrome worsens.
and just to remind everybody out there, fuck Zoom.
Dude, fuck Zoom, fuck Havana Syndrome. This is all bullshit. All of it. I'm annoyed now.
Got your damn straight about that one, partner.
But
I am angry.
on top of that, for anyone who's made it this far, check out the Patreon. It's $1. If you don't like it, unsubscribe. And also, what's this, episode 98? 2 episodes from now. Episode 100 is going to be fucking huge.
Let's go.
We have an idea that no one will ever guess. It's going to be fucking awesome. We're buying new equipment for it. We're doing some outlandish shit. So if you made it this far, please check out the Patreon. Please brace yourself for episode 100 because it's going to be fucking awesome.
You don't want to miss it.
And on top of that, don't trust the U.S. government.
Never.
So
this has been
a couple pints pod.
It's safe to say
I hear ringing in my ears.
I hear voices in my head. They